morning. A little foggy here. We're just done unloading here, Picnic Point Road. North of Seattle. We're running home empty. I'm on vacation.
Turn left on Picnic Point Road, then take the third right.
I guess dispatch couldn't find a load that I could deliver today, or one that was in no rush and I could deliver on, I guess it's a freeway stop. They stopped nice and far back. They didn't need to, but I didn't get in their lane at all. So I'm running home empty. Same highway we came in on. So we're definitely in a residential no truck area.
52nd Avenue West.
I need your lane there, sir. Or ma'am.
Turn right on 52nd Avenue West, then take the second left.
Last night I slept at this rest area down here and worked it pretty good. Worked it pretty good. Got on location, I just stopped on the roadway and took a walk through their property because holy smokes were the tight corridors. When I told him I had 2 trailers, he's like, oh, you're gonna have to do this and this and this. I'm like, let me walk it off. Let me walk off the yard and take a look. I'm like, I'm gonna try this here instead. This does not require backing up. I think if I do this and this, I can just do a loop right around. It was awfully tight, but made it happen. Nice. I'm definitely starting to know the size of my trailers and how much space I need.
Turn left at the traffic light.
Some of those lessons have been learned the hard way. Like the day that I blew 3 tires. Well, blew 2 tires and damaged another. Definitely learned some of the lessons the hard way. People in the morning as I'm pulling into here give me the dirtiest looks in the world. I'm like, I know there's no trucks allowed, but I am doing a local delivery. Local delivery, I am allowed to come in here. I always pretend there's going to be a car that pulls into that turning lane. Just like that. Because there may be nobody there when I start the turn, but they're quicker than I am. They can fill that space. It's funny that they did that. And once again, I didn't need their lane at all. Pretend there's a car there, and if a car shows up like that, it's okay. Roads are starting to get a little wider again. Still in residential, but I think the next turn will get us on a trucker road where we're allowed to be.
11 minutes of delay were added to your route. Would you like to view an alternate route that can save 7 minutes?
No, there's no point. If it says save 7 minutes, it doesn't really save you 7 minutes. By the time you're on that route, everybody else is taking that route. All the four-wheelers are doing it. If it says half an hour or more, then it starts being helpful. If If it says like 50-minute delay, I will take the alternate route. But 7 minutes? Nope, I'm not going to do that. All I'm doing is driving home. We're in no great rush.
In 1/2 mile, turn left on Highway 99, then exit right.
So turn left onto Highway 99 and make a right-hand turn right away. Okay. That's important to know. Thanks, Garmin. Helps you make lane selection.
Turn left at the traffic light, then exit right.
So we'll take this lane here. It's definitely rough on the side, untarping that. Trying to get my breathing to be a little less painful, but that's okay. I'm done. Done for the week. Done for the next week. Grab a granola bar here and have some breakfast. Breakfast at a red light. Nice and wide, so the cars inside of me don't have to worry. Okay. So it looks like you want to be in this lane, perhaps?
Take the exit on the right toward Washington 525.
Speed limit 60 over here.
Continue on Washington 525.
Beautiful foggy day. Enjoys the big city centers. Excuse me. Oh, that hurts. Man, that hurts. Oh. So we're on the 405 right now, and it's basically the main artery bypassing the I-5 southbound through Seattle. Or if you want to go eastbound on I-90, you take this route. So in the morning, you expect this to be bumper to bumper. I do have an idea. I'm running empty. I'm going to set up the other camera. I'm going to cry every time I do that. I'm going to set up the other camera and face in the... it's going to rain though, right? Maybe if it clears up, if the weather clears up, we'll get sunny skies. Because if it's raining, there's no point. The lens will be so wet, it won't be watchable. So as soon as the weather clears up, I'll set up a rear viewing camera behind the cab. I'm going to actually attach the camera to my snow shovel, which is bungee strapped to the back of my cab. So I'm thinking as we get to Okanagan, it should clear up. Hopefully we get a chance to do that.
Exit 23A on the right to Washington 522 East, then keep left.
Sure. This is always a impressive intersection. Those lanes are going everywhere. Okay, so we're going down. Got it. I'm like, where are we going? We're going down.
Be in the left lane.
Let's get out of the busy city center here.
Continue on Washington 522.
Oh, making several lane changes at once. That seems dangerous. Especially with that abrupt lane edge there. Aggressive moves here could make you wipe out pretty easy. Trying to get to the outskirts of the urban sprawl.
Take the exit on the right to US 2 East toward Wenatchee.
That's us. Let's go to Wenatchee. There we go. We're now on Highway 2, eastbound. I'm thinking this lane will probably end here, so I should likely get over since there's nobody in this lane. Just get over a lane, be in the center lane. That way we've got opportunity to go either way. Exit only, I think. Right lane. Yeah, so, okay, good. Made the right call. All right, let's see if this works. This is going to be a smashing success of a camera angle or seriously fail. So we're going to give it a try. Trailers are still not released. There we go. So we're just past what's it called? Stevens Pass. We're just past the summit and just where the highway goes back to 2-lane. Still headed down. Starting to warm up. Plus 20 degrees Celsius. You guys. See a little more to the right hand side, because the right hand side is definitely more scenic than the left hand side. Well, not a big difference right now, but trust me. Trust me. So I'm glad we're going to take Highway 2 twice now. 2 days in a row. Steep downgrade, 6%. It's not steep. 6% is nothing when you're empty. Help if that engine brake's on though. Set cruise control. That way, cruise control can decide when engine brakes are needed and when throttle is needed. Kind of blind as to what camera angle we're getting for the forward-facing camera. So I don't know what kind of footage we're getting. Got a big bug. But I do have the rear-facing camera on my cell phone here, so I can glance at it from time to time. It looks like a rear-view mirror right now. I know, I'm not used to a rear-view mirror in a big rig. That makes me almost think I should have a camera up there all the time with a screen. Put it way up on top of the cab at the highest point. Rear view mirror. That might actually be helpful. Right now the rear facing camera is mounted onto my snow shovel. I've got this mount that'll mount around any large pipe. It'll have to be at least inch and a half diameter maybe. And the snow shovel handle is about the smallest pipe you can put that mount on. So I just made sure I bungeed the snow shovel in with 2 bungees, pulling 2 opposite directions. Should be fairly sturdy. If I thought he wanted to pass us, I think I would have taken that slow vehicle lane, even though that we're going full speed limit. Cruise control set at 60. I think we're actually catching up with that guy ahead of us. And if he wanted to pass, here's a long straightaway here. He could pass us here too, so he's obviously in no eager mood to get past us. think I'll be doing a lot of talking here. Just ride along, enjoy the scenery. If you guys are not into that, hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed the first part of this video. Going home, going on vacation after this, so there may be a video or two coming up next week, but there won't be a lot of them. We'll definitely do, to remember all my cameras, or charge up all the batteries, and I'll do at least a few videos of maybe some quadding and kayaking and stuff like that. I'll be pretty busy tomorrow. Want to pressure wash the truck, clean it out, get it ready for camping. Want to put a new battery in it. When we're out camping in the middle of nowhere, I don't want that battery to fail. And it's been failing all the time recently, so put a new battery in there. Quad battery kind of failed last time too. Won't replace that one yet. If we've got the truck battery working, we'll be okay. Sticky bugs. Sticky bugs. Realize if I have the camera rotated that way, and I plan on putting the two pictures within the picture, it will take a lot of the road out. So that's not going to be optimal either, is it? I'm going under the speed limit. World famous milkshakes. 59 Diner. If Jess was with us, we would stop there and have lunch there. This place has milkshakes too. Apparently milkshakes are the thing up here. Looks like we're starting to accumulate a tail. There's a passing lane here, so we're just under 60. Anybody that wants to take an opportunity can. Unlike other people that speed up in a passing lane, I tend to slow down a little bit in the passing lane just to see if anybody wants to try to get past. Short passing lane. I'll see if these camera angle experiment works out well. See what we can do different next time. You guys notice on the front deck there's a yellow spray painted section. On the rails. We load steel shot bags so often going to the US. It took me a while to get exactly where the balance was right for US weights. So I spray painted the rails. The forklift driver knows where to start loading me. Has made my balances effortlessly. I don't even look at my gauges anymore now when I load those steel shot bags. The rear trailer has little dots as well. You probably can't see those, of where to start loading on the back. This is perfect balance. It does put a little bit more weight on my drives than all the other axles, but it's still a legal amount of weight, so I'm heavier on the drives, especially in the winter. You want that, but I'm still within legal limits. And it's a smoother ride if you got more weight on the drives. That's a big bug splat, isn't it? Grabbed a new water while I was stopped setting up the cameras. They're within arm's reach behind me. On a normal day I could just reach back and grab one, but with my side hurting, it would not be easy to reach back there. There we go. Now we're going to be following the Wenatchee River the rest of the way down. Absolutely beautiful. To me, I think that's the most scenic part of this highway. nice rapids here. Just gorgeous. Yeah, this is definitely a highway to take motorcycles on. Do like a big Cascade Mountain loop on motorcycle. That'd be fun. Make it a 2-day trip. I think I would enjoy going down there with a kayak. Not right now with my side, no way in the world, but it looks like a fun ride down. I don't see a lot of big rocks, so there's not a lot of hazards, just a heck of a bumpy ride down. I don't know, can you have a bumpy ride on water? There it looks like it's going to drop significantly. Ooh-wee. There's some rocks in the way there. Big rocks in the way. That would be a tricky one right there. Downright dangerous one. Here's the Alps. So it's like a little restaurant. Probably not a restaurant, probably just more of a, it says candy and fudge there. It's more of a snack place. Here the river gets nice and wide and calm. Oh, that's why it gets nice and calm, because that's where the dam is. grab myself a water, let all these people by. Yeah, this would definitely have been hard to do. With a seatbelt still attached. Normally that's a simple reach back and grab the water. But when you hurt yourself, nothing is quite as easy anymore. Gotta think your moves. Plan all your moves. There we go. At least now there's a new tail. If we will gather another tail, but at least it'll be a new tail. New vehicles. So I find when you have the same people behind you for a long time, they start getting impatient and then they start making stupid moves. So pulling over, letting them by, no harm in ever doing that. And they're obviously faster than me. They caught up with me, so they won't be blocking my road ahead. Good cold water. I got a pretty sweet job. What's your office view look like? Very rough water there, very rough. Must be a lot of rocks in there. Definitely not a river I would want to take the first time as whitewater rafting or kayaking. Got some doors open there. Hey, careful. Careful. That's not really a big enough spot for you to pull into. 30. Oh, we're back to this town again. I think this is the, yeah, Leavenworth. Probably construction still. I know there was yesterday, so there probably is today. Yeah, there's the signs. That's right, these safety cones were awfully tight. Oh yeah. It's a big rig. Just cut them off. Yeah, there's a golf course down there. Definitely got to be swinging my head all around, all over the place. Those safety cones are awfully close. Welcome. Welcome. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Fire danger moderate. Yeah, it's definitely getting up there. Oh, that little blue haze everywhere. There are fires. Yesterday, Jess said that they had lightning. And at home, the lights were flickering on and off, and that 8 new forest fires started up. 2 of them near Princeton, so that's where all this blue haze is coming from. So there was indeed, and is indeed, a forest fire going on. Or a few forest fires going on. Probably more than 8. Every business has old style font, like Gothic font. Like Safeway and everything has got a Gothic font. The gas stations, Gothic font. Not quite all of them, but a lot of them. Into Wenatchee we go. I guess there's still small communities between Wenatchee and according to my GPS, Highway 97 north is in 17 kilometers. Those directions don't seem to make sense. I think it'd be blue skies if it wasn't for the hazy smoke in the air. Yummy fresh cherries. Got fresh cherries already. I wonder where they're getting them from. I don't think they're ready here locally. Okay, this is where the intersection Highway 97 goes south, so maybe that 15-mile marker is where Wenatchee turnoff type of thing is. That makes sense. You do that little U-turn. So 15 minutes till Wenatchee. So GPS says I'll get home in 3 hours, 10 minutes. My Colquhoun says I've got 3 hours, 15 minutes before I need to take a half-hour break. Perfect. I'll definitely be across the U.S. border an hour before that, so I got lots of spare time. And once I cross the U.S. border, I don't need a half-hour break anymore, so I actually very much dislike that half-hour break thing. I like taking short 10-15 minute breaks and take many of them. even in Canada, if I take anything less than half an hour break, it doesn't consider as off-duty time. So, well, for the day, it doesn't count, because during the day you can take 2 hours worth of off-duty time. And it has to be at least in half-hour segments. If you take 15 minutes, it'll count as off-duty time for the week, but not for that day. It gets complicated. Anything less than 15 minutes cannot be considered off-duty. Dryden, not Ontario. Dryden, Washington. That's irritating. Do I pass them or slow down a bit? They're so inconsistent in speed. I'm feeling if I try passing them, they're all going to speed up. I'm in no rush, so slow down by a couple miles. They get much slower though. We'll go past. Completely lost his tire. All his studs broke off. Wow. Okay, I can resume speed limit again. Half tempted to take alternate Route 97. I just know there's at least one corner where I would have a little difficulty with Super B. So maybe we won't. Save that for our personal vehicle. Kashmir. She's got her cell phone on her lap, texting. And now that they've made cell phone use illegal, everybody has them in their laps now. I think they can get away with it. It's even more dangerous now. So yeah, I guess in a way that law has made it more dangerous. People are even more distracted. I don't disagree with law. Quite agree with it. Even with Bluetooth and hands-free, a phone call is still distracting. Everything is distracting. Even GPS can be distracting. It can be really a useful tool, but you got to know when to glance at it and when not to. hungry. Wonder what time it is. And my phone says 11. Some beautiful scenery in our mirror. Here we go, Wenatchee. That's just the very, very northern tip of Wenatchee. Wenatchee goes quite a bit further south.
In 3/4 of a mile, take the exit on the right to US 2 East toward Okanagan. US 2 East toward Okanagan.
You could totally park a truck in the center there and take a half-hour break if you had to. It's hard to find places here to sleep, so. Last time we were here, I found a place to sleep up on the left-hand side somewhere.
Keep left to
one of those little side roads. Speed limit 45. nice biking
In 1 3/4
biking
miles,
paths.
turn left on Sunset Highway.
I'll just stay in this lane. We're turning left in 1.5 miles. Funny, I remember delivering here. Just north of here on that, like I said, I had to find a side road to sleep on. I don't remember what I delivered. I think it was a hardware store. I think I delivered to a hardware store. It's funny how you remember certain things and not others.
3/4 mile, turn left on Sunset Highway.
Seems like I remember the trips, but the actual loading and unloading I completely forget. Yummy fresh cherries. Got fresh cherries already. I wonder where they're getting them from. I don't think they're ready here locally. Okay, this is where the intersection Highway 97 goes south, so maybe that 15-mile marker is where Wenatchee turnoff type of thing is. That makes sense. You do that little U-turn. So 15 minutes till Wenatchee. So GPS says I'll get home in 3 hours, 10 minutes. My Colquhoun says I've got 3 hours, 15 minutes before I need to take a half-hour break. Perfect. I'll definitely be across the U.S. border an hour before that, so I got lots of spare time. And once I cross the U.S. border, I don't need a half-hour break anymore, so I actually very much dislike that half-hour break thing. I like taking short 10-15 minute breaks and take many of them. Even in Canada, if I take anything less than half an hour break, it doesn't consider as off-duty time. So Well, for the day. It doesn't count, because during the day you can take 2 hours worth of off-duty time. And it has to be at least in half-hour segments. If you take 15 minutes, it'll count as off-duty time for the week, but not for that day. It gets complicated. Anything less than 15 minutes cannot be considered off-duty. Dryden, not Ontario. Dryden, Washington. That's irritating. Do I pass them or slow down a bit? They're still in big rig in a roundabout. I always put my four-way flashes on and drive in the center lane, entering the roundabout, just to send that message to anybody behind us that, hey, I own this. I own both lanes. I'm taking them both. Funny bumps, funny bumps. Pushed all over the road. Horse trailer ahead. Is that Pacific Pride actually open? Looks like you can actually fuel up there. The place is all boarded up, but I wonder if the actual fuel station itself is still open. Huh. So the card log might still be open, but the convenience store is closed. When I looked at the arrive time, how many hours till I arrive and how many hours I'd left, I looked at my arrive time and not how many hours of drive time I had left. So I may have to take a half-hour reset here in the US. Actually closer than I thought. I may have to. May not, may have to. Depends on if there's a bunch of slow traffic or not. Construction, stuff like that. 15 minutes could make or break me right now. And no harm done. If I have to take a half hour, I have to take a half hour. This is actually a lake here. I guess there was a hydro dam back there, yeah, so Columbia gets dammed off. How many dams are there on the Columbia, you ask? Trying to think now. The actual Columbia has 14 dams. The Columbia River has 14 dams. But then all the waterways going out of the Columbia River, there's a lot more. Like the whole watershed, there's well over 60 dams on the Columbia watershed. But on the actual Columbia River, there are 14 dams. I never see like mountain sheep over here. In the Okanagan on the Canadian side, we always see mountain sheep in this kind of terrain. Here, I've never ever seen them. I mean, we don't see them that often in Canada side either, but every now and then, you know where they always frequent. Maybe they like Canada side better. Maybe they're Canadians. That water is so calm. Just these glassy little ripples. People out there fishing. This is where Highway 2 exits and keeps going east.
In 3/4 of a mile, keep left to US 97.
Plus 26. It'll be another hot day.
Keep left to US 97.
Looks like you can exit onto Highway 2 at full speed.
97.
Definitely orchard country. All the way from Yakima to the Canadian border, orchard country. And then in Canada it becomes a lot more vineyard country. You guys notice how the pup is always swiveling left to right, always just these small little swivels? That's why the tires on the pup wear out so much quicker. Every little tiny movement on my steering wheel will swivel the back pup. Exaggerated. That can be just from bumps too. It bounces on a bump funny and then it swivels. Always swinging around, scrubbing the tires side to side. I don't know how well that'll show up on the video or not, but fishing there on the right hand side. Even when an adult is pumping their fists, gotta do it. Gotta do it. And yes, I enjoy it more than... I think I enjoy it more than the kids pumping their fists. Doesn't happen often enough. I dare you as an adult to do it. Dare you. I do it. I do it to trains though as well. And sometimes works. those green patches on the mountains are very rapidly turning brown. It'll be a few weeks from now and it'll be all brown. Unless it's irrigated, it's going to be brown. Alright guys, I think we'll call it there. So thank you guys for watching. You stuck it all the way to the end. Another long video. We will see you on vacation a little bit here and there. Don't expect too much coming up. And a week from now we'll be back to trucking. Huge thanks to all you subscribers. You guys absolutely rock. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed. And comment down below. Remember this giveaway, just type in giveaway if you want a giveaway. I don't know what we're giving away, but we're giving away something. Once we got a bunch of names saved up. Adios, amigos.